Lesson 2.7, finding angle measures with algebra. We need to figure out in the diagram what relationships do the angles have. Like on number 1, I see that these two angles are side by side. They have the same vertex here, but there's this ray splitting them. And they would be considered a linear pair because they form 180 degrees. So to solve for them, I would say that this angle measure plus this angle measure should equal 180. I don't need the parentheses around them because I'm just adding. If I were ever subtracting two different things like this, I would have to distribute the negative, but I don't in this case. I want to combine my like terms. I'm going to subtract 4 from 180. That would be 176, and then take 176 divided by 8, which is 22. And they don't want a specific angle measure, they want to know what the value of A would need to be, so that when I plug this in here and do the operations to it, and I plug it in here and do the operations to it, this angle measure and this angle measure would add together to make 180. So don't get that confused. This is not an actual angle measure. Number 2, I see a big X here, and I see an angle on either side. So that means that these are vertical angles and they're congruent. Or they equal. So I would say that 8W plus 8 equals 9W minus 5. I like keeping my W a positive, so I would rather subtract 8W on both sides. That'd just be W, add 5 to 8, so W is 13. If you're having trouble in the solving part, please let me know. For me, since most of you have had Algebra 1 and part of Algebra 2 at least, you should be able to solve a basic equation like this. Number 3, this is our right angle symbol, so they are complementary angles, and they make 90 degrees. So I would have that this angle measure of 4W minus 7 plus 7W minus 2 equals 90 degrees. I'll pause this and let you solve this one on your own. And you should get that W is 9. Check your work with mine if you need to. Number 4, I see a right angle right here, so I know this is 90 degrees, and I see this angle plus this are all forming a linear pair. So I could add them together. 5A plus 6 plus the 90 plus the 7A would all equal 180. Something else you could have done is, since this is 90, these two here would also have to equal 90 combined, because this is all 180 minus 90 leaves these to be 90. So you could have just had 5A plus 6 plus 7A equaling 90. Either way, it doesn't matter. They'll end up with the same answer. So I'll let you solve this one as well. And you should end up that A is 7. Okay. Then the last 3 are the same thing, just in a word problem format. You need to know what the words mean. Angle A and B are complementary. Complementary means they make 90 degrees. If measure of angle A is this, measure of angle B is this, then find the measure of angle A. So what we would want to do is say that these two angles add to make 90. I'd have 4x minus 28 plus x minus 2 equals 90. Put my like terms together. Add 30 to 90, that would be 120. What is 120 divided by 5? 24. But that's not the angle measure. They want us to specifically know what the measure of angle A is, which says that it's going to be 4 times our x value of 24 minus 28. And I would just plug that on a calculator just like that. And you should get 68 degrees. Number 6, angle A and B are supplementary angles. That means they make 180 degrees. So we want to take these two angle measures and add them together and set them equal to 180 this time. Go ahead and solve that. $129 divided by 3 43. But again, that's not degrees, that's what x must be. They're wanting the measure of angle B this time, which would go in here. It would be 43 plus 25, which is 68 degrees again. Weird, got the same answer. And then number 7 says that angle A and B are vertical angles. Vertical are those ones that are formed by some kind of x, and they're always congruent or equal in measure. So this time we would want to set the measure of angle A equal to the measure of angle B and solve. I would rather subtract 3x from each side. That gets me 2x. Subtract 9 from 13. That gets me 4. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 means x is 2. They want specifically the measure of angle A, which is right here. So that would be 3 times 2 plus 13, or 6 plus 13, which is 19 degrees, a very small acute angle.